Hello, everybody. How are you? Good to be here again. What is it today? It is Thursday, 8th of May. Hope everyone's having a good day. First off, very special day for any ex-veterans, people who are in the services. It is 80 years since the war ended in Europe. So it is VE Day today, Victory in Europe. So to everybody who is or was in the services, thank you so much for your service, including myself. Very special day. It really is what has given us our freedom across the world, really, isn't it? And we shouldn't forget. So much so, which is I was very pleased to see that my granddaughter is having a VE Day at school today, and she's 6 years old. So good to see that that memory of what these people fought for is still being taught in schools. Anyway, as far as Onpassive is concerned, I've had a look at the OES today. Nothing new there, but as always, keep an eye out to see what is happening. Today's topic, I want to talk to you about marketing. Um, I asked this question to Ash on the Q&A part of it. I'm going to put this up in the YouTube, so that'll be there shortly, so you can listen to it in its entirety. But I did think it was really important that we do understand as CEO, as a marketer. Why am I saying this? Because when I first looked at Onpassive all those years ago in 2018, obviously one of the first things I did was go online and have a look at Ash Mufareh, and there really was only good things to be said about him, about his marketing ability, about the companies he's been involved with, etc. And I brought this topic up to him on the webinar because I think it's really important that we all do understand a little bit more about Ash Mufareh, the marketer. One thing he did say in the webinar, if you remember, he said the next chapter is not an investment. There is no invite to it, and there is no hype to it. He said, but there is also something I haven't told you, and that is I know some heavy hitters, master marketers that I haven't invited into the next chapter yet. Now, part of that sort of leads me on to the marketing side of what I know he is capable of. Even when Onpassive was getting going, he'd not even started what he calls his marketing. Yes, we were doing Burj Khalifa. Yes, we were doing the screens and all around Dubai, etc. And collaborations that we had with Jitex, with Supercars, Majorlist, etc. But he hadn't really started the marketing part of what Onpassive was all about. And he also hadn't invited these heavy hitters into what Onpassive was. But he is certainly giving us the impression that he is going to be inviting these heavy hitters into the next phase of what the business is going to be. Exciting stuff. And one thing he did say when I asked him the question was, he started talking at length about how marketing has changed so much just in a 5-year period of what was and what wasn't. So in the old days, there used to be adverts in papers, on newspapers, on TV, etc. And email marketing was a big thing as well, and funnels and clicks and you buying traffic, all these sort of things were all how marketing used to be done online and offline as well. And what he said was he's really had to think outside the box and integrate artificial intelligence into how all this is going to work in the future. He always looks extremely at ease when we start talking at marketing. Why do I feel he looks at ease when he's talking about marketing? I always get the impression that and this is through everybody, that when you are somebody who's talking, if you are a person talking about something you know something about really well, and you know you are good at it, guess what? You are feeling very at ease, aren't you, when you are talking about that subject? For instance, if people are talking to me about cooking, I feel very at ease about it because I've got a huge knowledge base about cooking, 40 plus odd years in the industry. So I'm very confident talking about it because I know a lot about it. I really get the impression as well that when he's talking about marketing, he's got that same confidence and ease when he's talking about it because of his knowledge base of that industry. What he was saying was he's had to look and change and have new ideas about marketing because it's changed so much over the 5 years. He was also saying that he's got something that is really going to be revolutionary about moving forward into the next phase as far as marketing is concerned. He was talking about everybody needs marketing. Everybody needs eyes in front of what they are doing. And he gave a big list of all sorts of companies, businesses, individuals, how all of them, including governmental departments, including small people, like all of these people, he gave the an analogy that the one thing that everybody needs is to have eyes in front of what they are doing, whether that's a product, whether it is a topic of what they're trying to teach or say or whatever. They all need to have eyes on what they are doing, and this is where the marketing part comes in. He sounded really exciting. He sounded so excited about wanting to get into that part. Now, if you couple what he was talking about, the marketing side, with what he's talking about, the next phase, and how the products and services are going to be completely different, much more innovative, lower price point, better value, etc., than what was in Onpassive in the next phase. If you stick all that lot together, then you really start understanding and knowing that what we are going to have is going to be absolutely fantastic. And this is what I wanted to bring to the table today, was that regardless of the products and the services and what's going to happen in the next phase and how all that's going to work, we haven't even talked about or thought about how the business is going to market on our behalf. Again, I like to go back to logic, and the logical part of me is thinking the marketing will be there available for us, whether it's going to be integrated into packages that we buy or not, I don't know. But I'm convinced that the purchasing of marketing, whether it be specific targeted traffic or however it's going to be called and worked out, I still firmly believe that that is going to be there somewhere in the next phase. That's exciting. Why? Because many of us can't. Many of us haven't got that ability to be able to market in this uh, wild west of the internet. This is half of the reason why we came to this business, is because of the inability we have to market. And having that knowledge that what we are going to have is going to be even better than what we were promised before, and be right up to date with the technology, very disruptive, then we know that it's going to be something that's going to be huge moving forward. So go and have a listen to the question that I put to Ash Mufareh in its entirety. It's going to be on this channel very shortly, and have a listen to yourself. I thought it was amazing what he said. I was very excited about what he had to say as well, and I hope that you guys will be as well. Anyway, guys, very short and sweet today. Thank you so much for coming on. I'll be back around tomorrow at some point. It might be another recording like this one is, but I will make sure that I keep you up to date with what is going on. And if I hear anything, you will be the first to know. Anyway, that's it from me. Have a great day wherever you are. Bye now.